The Inca Empire was the largest pre-Columbian civilization in the Americas, spanning over 3,000 miles along the western coast of South America. It was a remarkable feat of engineering, organization, and social cohesion, with a population of around 12 million people at its peak. However, like all empires, it eventually came to an end. The last days of the Inca Empire were marked by a tumultuous period of conquest, resistance, and legacy. It was a time of great upheaval, as the Spanish conquistadors arrived on the shores of the New World, bringing with them new technologies, diseases, and a desire for wealth and power. The first contact between the Spanish and the Inca took place in 1532, when the conquistador Francisco Pizarro arrived in the city of Cajamarca, in present-day Peru. He was accompanied by a small army of soldiers, but he also had a powerful weapon on his side: smallpox. Smallpox had already devastated the indigenous populations of Mexico and the Caribbean, and it would have a similar impact on the Inca. The disease spread quickly, killing thousands of people and weakening the Inca's ability to resist the Spanish. Pizarro took advantage of the situation, taking the Inca emperor, Atahualpa, captive and demanding a huge ransom for his release. The Inca paid the ransom, but Pizarro executed Atahualpa anyway, leaving the empire without a clear leader. The Spanish then began their conquest of the Inca Empire, moving south along the coast and into the Andes Mountains. They encountered fierce resistance from the Inca, who fought back with spears, arrows, and slingshots. However, the Spanish had superior weapons, including guns and cannons, and they were able to defeat the Inca in battle after battle. The Spanish also enlisted the help of some of the Inca's enemies, such as the people of Cusco, who had been conquered by the Inca years earlier. These groups saw the arrival of the Spanish as an opportunity to regain their independence and to take revenge on the Inca. Despite the odds against them, the Inca continued to resist the Spanish. They launched guerrilla attacks on Spanish convoys and settlements, and they retreated into the mountains, where they could fight on their own terms. However, the Spanish were relentless, and they continued to push deeper into Inca territory. One of the most famous battles of the Inca resistance was the Battle of Vilcapugio, which took place in 1781. The Inca, led by Tupac Amaru II, had gathered an army of around 10,000 men, including indigenous people from all over the Andes. They faced off against a much smaller force of Spanish soldiers and indigenous allies. The battle was fierce, with both sides suffering heavy casualties. However, the Spanish were ultimately victorious, and Tupac Amaru II was captured and executed. The battle marked the end of the Inca resistance, and the Spanish were able to consolidate their control over the region. The legacy of the Inca Empire lives on today, in the form of its architecture, language, and traditions. The Inca were renowned for their impressive engineering feats, including their intricate network of roads and bridges, their sophisticated irrigation systems, and their massive stone structures, such as the temples and fortresses at Machu Picchu and Cusco. The Inca also had a rich cultural heritage, with a complex mythology, a system of writing and record-keeping, and a sophisticated calendar system. Their legacy can be seen in the Quechua language, which is still spoken by millions of people in the Andes today, and in the many traditional festivals and ceremonies that are still celebrated throughout the region. One of the most famous of these festivals is Inti Raymi, or the Festival of the Sun, which takes place every year on June 24th in Cusco. The festival is a celebration of the winter solstice and the sun, which was the most important deity in the Inca pantheon. The festival involves a procession of actors dressed in traditional Inca costumes who reenact the rituals and ceremonies of the Inca Empire. Another important festival is the Coileridai, or the Snow Star Festival, which takes place in the Andes Mountains near Cusco. The festival is a celebration of the Andean deity Apu Ozangate, and it involves a pilgrimage to the Coileridai Glacier, where thousands of people gather to dance, sing, and offer sacrifices. The Inca legacy also lives on in the resilience and perseverance of the Andean people. Despite centuries of colonization, forced labor, and oppression, the indigenous people of the Andes have managed to preserve their culture and traditions, and to maintain their connection to the land and the natural world. Today, there is a growing movement of indigenous activism and resistance in the Andes, as people fight to reclaim their rights, their land, and their dignity. This movement is a testament to the enduring legacy of the Inca Empire and to the power of indigenous cultures to survive and thrive in the face of adversity.